Welcome again. In this session, we would be focusing on hydroelectric power projects. The idea of this session would be to introduce what is hydropower, how is it generated, the advantages, disadvantages associated to it, and moreover, the implications. Now, in this section, we will consider only the basic implications. We'll move with individual case studies in separate lectures, so stay tuned. To begin with, when we talk about hydropower, now hydropower is generation of electricity from water resources. This has been one of the major sources from the renewable section, where we say hydropower generates nearly 16% of the total renewable world energy. Now, with this significant proportion that is being generated, it is important to understand that this technology of power neither produces anything or nor is subject to exhaustion. So there is no waste which is generated, nor there is the idea that it would get exhausted. So the basic working says that there is a storage which is called as a dam that is created on a substantial height, and this has a potential energy. Now when water falls through this, it converts into kinetic energy by rotating the turbines, and this turbine rotation actually generates from mechanical energy, electrical energy is generated. And this is the basic principle of how a hydroelectric power plant works. If we talk about the global scenario, China ranks first in the production of HEP power. India is among the top 10, ranking around 7th. We have already targeted for 5 gigawatts as of 2022, and we are aiming to enhance the capacity of hydropower projects. Now, the detailed list of the major hydropower projects across India, we are not focused on that right now. Those would be available in the study material separately, so you can refer that. But the construction of a HEP power plant, which is a hydroelectric power plant, has numerous benefits. The first one is definitely an economic development, but it on the other hand has a significant impact on the ecology, the localized people, and the rehabilitation of the people. So discussing the working and the basis becomes important. Now, as we said, in a quick summary, we have already talked about how a HEP power plant works, but it's important that in nature what happens is energy is neither created nor destroyed. It is only converted or transformed from one form to another, and this is what happens in a hydroelectric power plant, because a potential energy gets converted into kinetic energy, where mechanical energy gets translated into electricity, and HEP power projects are constructed on the banks of rivers, canals, or streams. So there can be dams which act as a storage, or they can be without dams, but construction of HEP power plant, as you can see, would have a reservoir. This would be a water source. Then there would be a dam. Here there would be a generator and a transformer which would actually generate the mechanical energy into electrical energy through this motion of the turbine. And finally, this is the outflow of the water. So as you can see, the height of the water at this level and at this level is different, and finally the electricity which is generated would go to the power grids, as you can see. Now, when a HEP power project is selected, what are the factors that are responsible for it? One of the major factor is, of course, water availability. If there is no water availability, then the site is of no use. So sufficient amount of water is required. The second important factor is the storage of the water. Now, this storage is the basic idea, specifically for a country like India, which is predominantly monsoon dependent. So we need to ensure that rainwater, which is not a regular source of water supply, is being stored, and for this storage dams are required which equalize the flow of water throughout the year. Now, the third important point is the head of water. Now, head of water is basically for getting a sufficient head. The dam should be constructed at a significant height, because there should be a potential energy. The formula for potential energy is mgh, so it significantly gets affected by the height. So specifically in the hilly areas, it is constructed on a hilltop, so availability of the head directly affects the cost and the economy of the power generation. So higher the HEP power plant or higher the location of the dam, better it is. The next important point is the cost and the type of land. So the initial projects are usually on a land which could be obtained at a reasonable price, and then there has to be a generation of significant heavy equipments which are required in the area, and for that the next important point that comes in is a good transport facility. Now, considering all these facts, HGP power projects are generated into three forms, either based on the water availability, based on the head availability, or based on the load. So based on the load, it could be the base load or the peak load. Peak load is the highest load, base load is the minimum load. Then the runoff water plants without pondage, with pondage, that is with the water being collected, without the water being collected, and a reservoir plant, and the availability of head, that is the height of the head, which is low, medium, or high. Now this actually ensures how much potential energy is generated for the turbine. That potential energy would be converted into the kinetic energy ultimately. So now we have already talked about the working of a HEP